I didn't know I'd gone nose blind.
Oh, so you're locked in the room with the German porn addict.
The Moroccan guy should be in here. We've got the Moroccan. Less racist that way. You are right to not go out with him. Yeah. If you're offering any pizza and he chooses margarita, God, you just dodged a bullet.
With a cuck ghost.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely, mate. I would cover that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Sin Bin. Our guest, Hannah Lloyd-Davies.
Hello! I feel like, yeah.
Hello. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, good. So you're going to be sitting there in the hot seat today. Next to me is my co-host for this episode. It's Chris Norton-Walker.
Slick.
And over in the corner we have two aspiring.
Just leave it there. Just leave it there. I don't know what they are.
Comedians, Gary G. Knightley and Buzzy Seeger.
Look like a weird gay couple.
They-
With their tiny dog.
It's a shame the dog's out of shot because but there is a dog there.
Yeah, it does look like that.
That's Hannah's dog.
Hi, dog.
So I think probably we really want to get straight into. I was going to say we really want to get straight into you, Hannah.
Oh my God. Edit.
I'm not editing this podcast in any way. No, thank you.
Another problematic one.
It's rubbed off on him. That's why.
How not to start an interview with a lady.
Indeed.
Hannah,
Just anybody, to be quite honest, not just a lady.
well, to be fair, Chris makes a very good point. So you're here. You've got an embarrassing story to tell us.
Yes.
Are you ready to tell us a story?
Yes.
Okay.
However.
I don't know. I have like three I could tell. Okay, I'll go with this one. So when I was 22, I was on my gap year in Sydney. Gap year, indeed. With my friend Pandora. No.
Of course her name was Pandora.
No, I wasn't. That was a reference to the Gap Year video because he talked about like Pandora and Tarquin. But I was on my gap year. I was working in Sydney. I was temping as a receptionist in Sydney, and I was living in a hostel with all these other backpackers. But then I was a consumer advisor for Nestle. In Sydney.
Okay.
And but then it was weird because I was having to go look all kind of corporate dressed, but I was living in a hostel.
Okay.
So I was sharing a dorm room with like 17 other people, sleeping in a bunk bed. And
then you'd get up in the morning and put a suit on.
Yeah, I'd get up in the morning and I'd put a suit on in like the hostel like games room. Like I'd go get ready in there.
Why couldn't you get dressed in the bedroom?
Because there was just too many people and there was no privacy. But now when I think about it, I'm pretty sure the games room.
Toilet, Hannah? I don't know.
There was just nowhere. I'm sure the games room had cameras in it. Now I think about it, and I used to just get ready in there in the morning. But anyway,
That's not the embarrassing story, apparently.
my mum came to visit me. And she gave me, she'd been wearing these kind of slip-on shoes.
Yeah.
And she were like, these are really comfy. You know, you can have my hair here. Like, she gave them to me before she left. And then I wore them. So I was wearing them. I got caught in a rainstorm while wearing them.
Right.
They got drenched. And basically...
On what fabric were they?
Yeah.
They were like they were like a lycra fabric.
Lycra?
And then...
Shoe?
No, shush.
But,
it might go somewhere.
sorry, it's a lot of exposition.
Yeah.
But then basically they started to smell really, really bad.
Were they?
They started to smell really, really bad. But I didn't know I'd gone nose blind. So I wore these shoes for like a month.
No. You have to stop. What the fuck is nose blind?
It's when there's a bad smell, but you're around it so much that you don't smell it.
Okay.
You should really know the definition.
I've never heard that.
There was like that really famous.
That's not the weird bit. That's
Yeah, okay, no. But I was just like, how do you not?
There was that really famous Febreze advert where they were like, she's gone nose blind, and then they need to use Febreze. But yeah, so anyway, I went nose blind. I was living in this hostel, and the whole time I was in the hostel, people were like, "What is that smell? Like, what is that smell?" And I was like, "I didn't smell anything," and like, I just kept living my life. But like the girl in the bunk below me was like, "What is that smell? Like something smells really bad," and I was like, "I don't know," and just didn't care. And then I was at work one day, I'd worn the shoes to work, and then I'd changed into like professional pumps. I'd put the shoes in this drawer under my desk. I went to the toilet, and then when I got back, my manager was like looking around my desk, and she was looking for the source of the smell. Because the people in my office thought it was rotten food. Like they thought that like I had left food out, and so yeah, it was just really bad. So I decided to do this. I realised then and then, like I put it in my head. I was like, oh my god, it's the shoes. Like that's what everyone is talking about in the hostel. Sure. And then I just said to like an office of like 20 people in cubicles. Because people were like, what is that smell? I was just like, attention everyone, attention everyone. I was just like, I have an announcement to make. The smell in the office is not rotten food. It is my shoes. And it was just really, really embarrassing. I had to just be like, it's my shoes. And then my hostel roommate made me wash them like in the washing machine.
Burn them.
Yeah, whatever you want. Just anything. Why? Why did you wear them again?
I think I did keep wearing them, but we washed them. But yeah, I don't know. That was more, yeah. Just to have to announce, like, attention everyone, it's my shoes.
But when you did that, you made it sound like you literally got on a tannoy. Like that's how you made it sound. Attention everyone, attention.
I just like stood up and was like, attention everyone, it's my shoes.
So you shouted across to everybody.
That are like creating the smell. So yeah, that was quite bad. But it was the fact that it had been like a month of me living in the hostel and people being like, what is that smell? And I just didn't know it was me.
You had no idea it was you.
Did you announce to the hostel?
Oh, yeah.
I never. My really close friend in the hostel was the only one who like I told about it, and then he made me wash
never
them.
mentioned it to you that it smelled.
Did he say? What's the smell? What's the smell in the
No,
hostel?
but nobody knew it was me. Like nobody knew.
But everybody was asking.
But everyone was like, "What is that smell?" For like a month, and I just didn't know.
But you know,
then.
when the common denominator was always you.
Yeah, I don't think.
Did that not come to?
Why do you keep asking me questions about what smell? Can't be me, or anything to do with me, or anything on my person.
How did that take a month to register?
I don't know. A lot of stuff was going on in the hostel. Like there were just a lot of weird people. Like all together. I have another story about the hostel.
Okay.
Sure.
Can I just call bullshit though on nose blindness?
Nose blindness is real.
No, it's like 100% a thing. Like if you walk into a house that's got cats or dogs,
Yeah.
the owners are unaware that the house smells of cats and dogs, and other people go in and go, it smells of cat and dog.
Stinks of fish in there.
Yeah, but I mean,
Stinks of a fish tank in it. Big, huge one. Can you not smell that?
I still think if it's around one specific item rather than the general smell of an area, you can kind of work your way towards that smell.
Yeah, they should have been like.
Do you know what I mean?
Search parties.
At some point, there's willful ignorance in this story.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
We just didn't know. Like, there's so much stuff happening in a hostel. Like, it's just a crazy place.
Yeah.
People getting changed in the games room.
There was a lot of other stuff happening in the dorm as well. Like, there was this German guy who would watch like hardcore pornography. Like, he would fall asleep watching porn on a huge laptop. And like,
It was just live feed of the games room. And he'd fall asleep smelling shoes.
yeah, but there's just a lot of
Look,
stuff
he's got a
happening.
kick for women in suits on snooker tables.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
He wiped it off with a slipper each night. A latex slipper.
Oh my god. But yeah, there's a lot happening. Like one day I woke up and this Moroccan guy who was in the dorm room, he worked for a florist. I woke up one day and in my bed and all around my bed were like bouquets of flowers. There were like 30 bouquets.
Right.
So this like Moroccan guy who worked for a florist had like taken all the bouquets and like put them in my bed and around it. So I just woke up like covered in
Yeah.
I think to cover up the smell.
Cover the smell of the shoes. Actually, that makes a lot more sense.
I've got this image of
With like stink lines.
German dwarf.
But yeah.
If I kiss her, will she wake up? Because I think from the smell she might be dead.
Everyone in the hospital had to cover up the smell in their own individual ways. So a German man was masturbating to cover up the smell.
Yeah, it was bad. And I woke up trying to buy all these bouquets. And then everyone was just, I woke up and then this guy was like standing there like below my bed. I was in like this top bunk. And then he was just like, have a great day. And then like ran out and like went to work. And I was like, okay. And then I went to work that day. And then I came back and everyone was like, oh, the bouquets.
What's the smell? What's that smell?
Yeah. I feel like...
The flowers had wilted.
But then...
Death in the room.
Can we move the story on from the smell to like...
You started
to like
it,
somebody in the hostel was in love with me? Can we move on from...
That's the embarrassment.
we-
Somebody in a hostel was in love with me. Embarrassing. Don't
So-
know the embarrassment.
I love that she just works out now the flowers were because of the smell, not because we've just ruined the whole thing for you now.
Yeah.
The delusion has been killed.
Yeah.
That overlap.
Yeah, they overlap for sure. No!
The flowers, Venus flytrap. Could you smell it yourself?
I
You were
couldn't-
Just oblivious that it was your shoes.
I
Or
couldn't-
You couldn't smell it.
I couldn't smell anything. I'd gone nose blind. I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't smell anything.
When you
I
say
think
anything, do you mean only that, or you couldn't smell anything?
Yeah, I just didn't smell it.
Wow,
I
okay.
think it was weird.
Was this during COVID?
No, it was when I was. It was like 11 years ago.
Okay, wow. All
yeah,
right.
when I was on my gap year. So
Also, why? So so it wasn't a gap year like travelling. You were a gap year working for.
no, I was travelling, but then I
But you
needed.
said yeah, but hon, you said yeah, because you said you were working in a reception and you were also something advisor for Nestle.
So yeah, I'd been temping in like reception and admin, and then I was really lucky. I got this amazing job temping as a consumer advisor for Nestle.
Okay.
So I was like, when people had issues with their coffee machines.
Okay.
Because they fucking stunk.
Yeah, I was on the phone.
Coffee beans do like refresh your nose, right?
Yeah.
That was probably it as well. I was around all the coffee beans, but yeah, it was wild. But can I say this one thing of I got home from work that day, and there was the door to the dorm room was wedged open by a towel, and then I was like, this is weird. So I moved the towel, and the door slammed shut with me in the room, and I was like, da 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 da. That's the end of that chapter, and then I heard the German guy who couldn't stop masturbating go like, no! And I realised the door was being propped open for a reason, and I'd locked us both in the room.
Right.
Oh, so you're locked in the room with the German porn addict.
Yeah, I was locked in the room with him. And it's the fact that he went, no! I was like, oh my God.
He'd smelt your shoes.
Yeah, he smelled my shoes. And then the guy who'd left, the Moroccan guy who'd put all the flowers in my bed, he was also like, what? Hannah's trapped in the dorm room? So then he like busted. He like broke
Is that your
the
best
door
Moroccan
down.
accent?
That was
By the way.
less racist, that
He like busted the door down.
Also, there's not been a German accent either. That's not come out.
And then was like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go there. But then yeah, I was like, thank you for rescuing me from the room. He was like, then later I had to say to him, I was like, look, I'm really sorry, I don't feel the same way about you. But he was like crying. And then I had to be like, I'm really sorry, like I don't feel the same way, but I can buy you a pizza. And then I was like,
That's the same. That's the same. Yeah, that's the same.
and then I was like, what flavour would you like? And then like
Flavour?
Disappointment
Flavour
please.
pizza?
and then like
Rejection.
through tears he was just like, a margarita. And then I like went and got one for him. So yeah, that was it. That was just living in the hostel.
You were
And
right
shoes.
to not go out with him.
Yeah.
If you're offering any pizza in
And
the
he
world
chooses
and he chooses
margarita.
margarita, God, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to go, double decadence with extra pepperoni. Does he? I mean, you might.
You got to eat through the pain, mate.
Yeah.
You know that.
Did you announce it to the room because you saw she was absolutely going to open the drawer, so you had to jump in?
I think
Before it got found out?
It's a good question.
I think in my head I
was-
thought that like the idea of my shoes being smelly was not as bad as me keeping rotten food like in my desk. I thought that was better in my head. But I think in hindsight,
You thought it was better you had stinky feet?
I thought it was
rather than
better
rotten
because I
food?
thought keeping rotten food just looks. I think that looks worse than that I have stinky shoes.
No, absolutely
Sorry,
not.
sorry,
No.
If you've accidentally left a banana in your drawer, fine, that happened. Not walking around with smelly shoes for an entire month.
Correct. I'm afraid. But we need to get to the bottom of this. So, because I don't, you're telling the story, but I don't feel like you feel that you were that ashamed of what happened.
I think
How at the time, how embarrassed were you when it was pointed out? Because you just sort of like breezed past it and just wanted to talk about the amount of men that were in love with you or masturbating.
well,
near
I
you.
think I just want that point to be the forefront of the story as opposed to
So it's
that.
been a really weird story. I had horrendously smelly feet, but also a man was in love with me.
Yeah.
And another one was masturbating over me, so I don't know.
It's quite the arc, isn't it? It's quite the story arc.
And then those two got together, right?
Those two, I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know what happened to them.
So come on. So at the time you come out and you've realised everyone's standing around your desk, and you've finally, after over 30 days, worked out and put two and two together that it might be you and it's your shoes. How do you feel?
I think I was embarrassed, but I was kind of like, oh God, you know what? I had a lot at the time. My life was just like an absolute bomb. Like when I was working for Nestle, I
This
had
feels like more therapy than anything else, Hannah. Are you okay?
Just leaning back
Just leaning back, just lying down over there.
Yeah, I know.
I've
I'm
had
lying down in a
terrible
reclining
trauma.
chair. I had severe acne at the time. Like I had terrible acne. Like it was really, really bad. I had to go on Roaccutane, and I also had stopped washing my hair.
And
I
your
hadn't
feet,
washed my
yeah.
hair for about 6 months at that point.
Sure.
So I had like
you went nose blind.
actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. Like I had
You couldn't
my
smell
hair.
anything. You couldn't smell it. When I say nose blind, I couldn't smell anything past my head.
Yeah, I had a lot going on.
The case now, well done.
You
I had a
finally
lot-
got to the bottom of it.
I had a lot going on at that time. Like I just was so focused on all of that
The Moroccan guy should be in here. We've got
Phone him right now. Phone the rocking guy right now.
I'm telling you it happened. Yeah, I just had I had such bad acne, such greasy hair. I think I was just much more. I also was walking around. I'd had another pair of shoes. I'd been walking up a hill and I'd been wearing these intact shoes at the bottom of the hill. And I was walking up this hill on a really hot day. And by the time I got to they had both had holes in the soles, and I'd been walking around with shoes with holes in the soles.
Yeah.
I speed walked up this hill on a hot day, and by the top of the hill, I was barefoot, and there was a trail of rags behind me. Like the shoes. So I'd already lost a pair of shoes.
So hold on. So one pair of shoes completely stunk, and the other one's disintegrated on your. Do you think maybe the problem was your feet?
And I just had to walk home.
Do you think the
They do sell shoes in Australia, you know.
I just
right?
had to. I don't know what was wrong with me. I just had to. I had to walk home that day barefoot.
Right.
I had to walk home
Yeah, it's
like
probably for the
20
best.
more minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, Gary, question?
How ugly was the Moroccan man? And then you're saying you look like a pizza because you were so spotty, right?
I look terrible.
And she hadn't washed.
You had the greasy hair that smelled like a thing, and then you offered him pizza. That's really mean, Hannah, actually.
I know.
You're like saying, you can't have this pizza, but I'll buy you one.
I know.
How ugly was he that you wouldn't date him?
He wasn't a looker. So I think, but neither was I.
No.
We were quite well matched at the time.
I'm glad there's some self-awareness in this story.
My question is, how up yourself were you to get changed in the games room?
Up myself. I don't know.
It seems very unnecessary.
Yeah, this has been forgotten in the whole story. Right. Did anybody else get changed in the games room?
I don't think so. I just.
They were just playing table tennis.
Watching TV, reading a book. I'm Tannis here.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
The
just.
shoes start falling apart. Start going.
Flowers wilting away.
Yeah, it was like such a
Moroccan
wonderful.
man from just around the corner.
He's talking about towel and to stop the smell coming through the door. The smell's coming underneath the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an amazing time.
Hannah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Because that wasn't just one story.
It was
about
several.
six.
It was
Yeah,
several. Yeah, absolutely. And but I love that actually over time, as she was telling them, everything started to come together. Was it 11 years, 17 years? How many years later? 11 years later.
11 years later.
11 years later, she's like, oh God, no, that's why there were flowers out. Oh, that's why the shoes disintegrated.
Have you told that story before?
I feel like
Just piecing it together as you went.
I feel like. I mean,
But still, the Moroccan man was interested. I think you should have married that guy.
I don't.
I know. Now I'm single and I'm 33. I'm really kicking myself.
I didn't
With my smelly
realise.
shoes.
I didn't realise that this would become a therapy session for people. But via delusion and ridicule and laughter, we've managed to kind of bring this story full circle for you. That you're now completely aware of what went on.
Yeah.
So you're very welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know where to rate it though, because I mean, I feel like we went so far away from what should have been the really shameful bit, and then found more shameful bits that it's kind of a bit discombobulated.
The whole thing is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's difficult because, again, is it her shame? Is it the shame of other people?
Well, if one is having acne and 5 is smelly feet, I don't know what's worse. Hold on a minute. If 1 is smelly feet and 5 is a masturbating German, where do we put this on the scale?
I don't know. I quite like it from the Moroccan man's point of view.
It's a love story from his point of view. It's a love story from his point of view.
Of rejection, where he bought all of these flowers from work. He decorated your bed, even though you had horrible acne, hadn't washed your face, hadn't washed your hair, hadn't washed your shoes, and still he was just like, she's the one for me. I think he's now looking back 11 years later going, I dodged a bullet.
He's probably on a podcast.
Yeah, you see, he's on a podcast going. No, he's on a podcast right now going. So there was this girl in a hostel. She stank. She didn't wash her hair. I had to get flowers, like 30 bouquets of flowers just to get rid of the smell. And also tall enough so I didn't have to look at her. And then like, he's telling the complete opposite story of the one that we're making for her.
Are you still in touch?
No. I'm in touch with some people from the hostel. They're like
Are
my
they still in
friends
touch
for
with you?
life.
Have you? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Not him, though, no. But I think it's for the best.
Okay.
That's quite a weird note to end the
It was
section on.
somewhat depressing, some would say. I think overall, I've got to go low scoring on this, Hannah. I'm sorry. So Chris might disagree and give a different score, but I'm going to go 2.3.
No prob.
All right. I don't feel there was enough shame from you. And I don't, and I didn't get that. And also I thought that, also we went in so many different areas that I thought that you sort of talking about the shoes collapsing, which had no kind of necessary need or shame to it whatsoever.
The story now,
It was
rather
about,
than
but
Yeah,
the-
you're right. I take it back. 2.3. I'm going to stop there.
Because I
I'm going to
wanted
hand
be-
it.
Like, when you stood up on the table and announced it to the room, like, was that the embarrassing part?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think it was embarrassing that I just didn't know they
But
smelled that long.
What happened after?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So you stood up on a chair and said, "Guys, the smell for a month has been me." What did they applaud? Did they carry you out? Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think people in that, I was already kind of like the joke of that office. So,
Right.
like, I was already just.
What a gap year you had.
that I was.
What happened at your gap year? I went to Australia and just embarrassed myself.
What a
Yeah,
gap year.
basically. I'd already been moved because I was being too loud in that office as well. Like, I'd already been moved desks. So
Sure,
there was
the
just
loudness?
Yeah.
too stinky. But yeah, they were lovely people, like Nestle Sydney. Really nice people.
Yeah.
Nestle are renowned for being really nice people. Not in general, but yeah.
They were nice to me. They were nice to me,
I
maybe
think the smell
not.
was the least of their problems.
Yeah.
Go on, Chris. You got to score it.
I think from my point of view, if I had to get on a chair and say the smell has been me
Yeah.
for a month, and I don't understand why you did that. You could have just ignored it. You could have just said nothing. Why did you want?
No, another
to tell
question. No.
everybody?
When
Why did you
I
want to
said
tell everybody
score
that
it,
it was you?
Chris, when I said score it, what I meant was score it.
I need more context.
It's a difficult concept for a man like yourself, I know.
Okay. I am going to say I think it's got to be low as well. I think the smelly shoe story for me is going to get like a 2.3.
Okay, there you go. We're on the same. Well, we're exactly the same score. Okay, Gary, Buzzy.
I think higher. I always think, like I said, I always think any smell that makes a person who isn't you go, phew, I think it's thoroughly embarrassing.
Okay.
So, 4 for me.
Thank you.
All right, there you go.
Woo-hoo.
Even if she wasn't aware that it was embarrassing, she just didn't seem to care.
Yeah.
She had stuff going on. Most people go on a gap year to find themselves. Hannah went on a gap year and didn't wash. That is crazy. All the nice places she could have got in Australia, and she's just like, no, I'm going to stay in this hostel and watch this German guy masturbate. For that reason, I've got to go bang down the middle 3 because it's very shameful, but I don't think she knew.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Hannah, you happy with those scores?
Yeah, I'm happy
All
with
right,
those
cool.
scores.
Thank you very, very much for that story. That was great. Thank you so
Woo,
much.
thanks.
We now go to Cox in the Corner.
Cocks in the corner, tippy tappy, cocks in a box.
Brilliant. Where we get Mark, who obviously we don't really want to have involved, but I promised him.
I don't want to look at him.
No, you don't have to look at him, Chris. Don't
Face
worry.
away,
You
face
don't
away.
have to look at him.
Don't look at
But he does get to ask one question only to each guest each week.
Right.
And this is your chance now, Mark. Have you got a question ready?
I do, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hannah, you've been single for a long time now.
That's it. That's the whole question.
Do you think it's your looks, laugh, jawline, or just your personality that's the problem?
I haven't brought up my jawline once during this.
Oh, this is sad. I feel like burn over there.
Hey, men tell me they love my jawline, so...
They are Moroccan.
Yeah, many were thinking about sleeping with other men. God, I don't know. I don't think it's any of those things.
Okay.
I think it's because I'm too picky.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Sure.
We can't prove or disprove that, can we?
We all have an idea of what it is, though.
If the Moroccan guy's listening, I'm into it now.
Well, you never know.
Hard, literally.
You never know. If this goes around the world, he might actually be watching this.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to give her hope,
Okay,
Chris.
sorry, yes.
Oh, God. Right.
He's here right now.
With his Irish accent. Yay!
Don't do it.
Well, yeah. You can actually just jumps up from behind. Thank you, Mark, for that truly offensive question. We'll now move on. Sinner or winner? Unfortunately, we've got to get you involved again. I don't. So, Sinner or winner is our segment where listeners write in. Mark picks two to read out for the week, and then we decide who's the sinner and who's the winner out of the two. And whoever's the winner gets absolutely nothing.
You're really incentivized.
Right?
Absolutely.
I thought so.
You get
I
nothing.
thought so. Maybe one day.
But yeah, you
Mark.
can submit your stories.
Just
Get
read
them
it out,
there.
Mark.
What?
Just read it out.
Just read it out. Sorry, yeah.
I don't want to look at you.
The first one is anonymous.
Gary.
It's,
Okay.
I shagged someone in the toilets at a funeral. We were both grieving the same bloke, drank way too much wine, and the whole life is short energy turned weirdly sexual. It was fast, messy, and we both cried after. I'm not even sure if that counts as a sin or therapy. But the weirdest bit, we're now godparents to the deceased child. Life's a trip.
So they had sex at a child's funeral?
No, Hannah.
At a friend's funeral.
Friend's funeral.
And now they are both godparents to the deceased.
They're godparents.
Yeah, not the deceased child, the deceased's.
Well, maybe you should learn to be more clear because it sounds
Right.
You've got one fucking job, cockbox.
Two, actually.
To be fair, that's a pretty good story.
That is a good story.
That is a good story. That is a good story.
Again, is it embarrassing?
It's pretty I guess it's a sin, isn't it? More than it's embarrassing. And we are the sin bin. So I know we talk about shame and sin, and there's various guises we can kind of wrap things up in. But as a sin goes, that's a pretty good sin.
Mark, did the question come in from Morocco?
No, it doesn't say that. Australia, though.
Yeah.
And that one is up against
Okay.
Steve from Essex.
Okay.
Oh, I'm already invested in it.
Yeah. I once fingered a girl under the table at a Nando's.
That's it. That's fine.
She was wearing a dress, and I had one of those long menus. Our mates were none the wiser until the waiter came over mid-climax and she knocked over her bottomless Coke. I played it cool, wiped my hand on a napkin, and still finished my medium spice wrap.
Finish a medium what? Sorry?
Spice wrap.
Oh, spice wrap.
I'm glad he did that after the fingering.
Can you imagine if he had the hot? Yeah.
Yeah.
We broke up the next week, but every time I go back, I sit at the same table for nostalgia.
Does he order the same thing for nostalgia? That'd be quite good.
Does he order the same thing you say? Yeah. That's very good.
So I would argue that one is that embarrassing.
The problem is, it's a better story, but it's just a great story.
I think it's more embarrassing because no one was none the wiser why I was fingering her until she was about to come.
Yeah, but also there's a
You-
sad
you-
bit on the
you-
end.
you've
I
got
go back for nostalgia once a week.
That's the embarrassing part.
Yeah.
Nando's right.
It's so right.
On my own, yeah.
It's so right.
Just to remember that one time.
You're so right.
Any female, I would let me finger. One time I fingered someone.
You're
Imagine
so-
him old sitting there. They used to do bigger menus than this. They put it right down.
That was a weird element of that story. A really big menu.
Really long menu. Yeah, absolutely.
Nando's what reduced there? Nothing. Okay. Oh, their range.
Oh dear.
I don't know. It's tough
It is tough. It is.
because one is
I just
sad.
The other one's more sinful.
The other one is
The first one.
100% more sinful. Absolutely. I think you're right.
I forgot it's called the sin bin. I
Yeah.
thought we were having a good time talking about Anna's hair.
I really hope that their deceased friend was watching.
Sorry.
What?
Well, I shat.
Yes,
You
what
do
I
mean
said.
that?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
They're from heaven.
From him from the funeral
Yeah.
while they were in the toilet.
Yeah.
I had a laptop in the
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, I'll go with that. Cool. What a way to end an episode.
With a cuck ghost.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that could have been the film, couldn't it? That could have been Swayze and Moore, couldn't it? Of just watching her. He's just watching her getting it on with someone else in the bathroom of his funeral.
Yeah, we have a new film to discuss. Yes, absolutely. I think we should write that film.
Let's do it. Okay, let's get a script going. Hannah, thank you so much. Is there anything socials you want to promote or
Oh
Or
God.
your OnlyFans, feet.
any acne cream?
Oh, yeah. I guess what I'd want to say is, just like don't believe like any articles online that tell you that not washing your hair makes it clean itself. That's what I'd want to say.
No, I haven't believed any of those. Don't worry about it.
Because I fell for that for the good part of like 2 years. And
That's worse than the other one asked you. No one asked you that.
We were recording this on a piece of that, sure.
We're not having Jerry's final thoughts like this is Jerry Springer.
sorry.
Find each other, wash your hair,
Yeah. I guess please follow me on Instagram at Hannah Lloyd-Davies.
at smelly feet dog. Comedian.
What's your handle so everyone gets it?
At Hannah Lloyd-Davies.
All right, cool. Please do that.
Moroccan men.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Buzzy. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Well, cheers, whatever, Mark. Guys, we'll see you soon for the next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Shut up.